one of the interview question is, can we use joins and unions in composite provider? On composite provider, we may get, multiple questions in interviews. Okay. One of the, so when someone asks you about composite provider interview, what exactly generally we say is composite provider is a HANA based provider. First point, well and good. Okay. Second point, we can use both union and join also in composite provider, whereas in old SAP BW traditional systems, we use multi-provider, which can provide only union functionality, and Composite is one kind of provider which provides only join functionality. Okay, so these are the old providers. Okay, non-HANA providers which works similar to composite provider but only provide one functionality, whereas composite provider provides both union and join functionalities in one thing. Okay, so this is the basic answer for composite provider. But when we go in depth further, okay, what are the extra points we have? Many things are there, not one or two, but multiple things are there. I will try to cover few things. One thing. So when first point is, in old systems, when you take multi-provider, Composite, leave it, later we talk about Composite. Let's take multi-provider. What is the difference between multi-provider and a composite provider in terms of functionality? Okay, in a multi-provider, it provides union. CP also provides union. In older systems, in a multi-provider, we add either cubes, multiple cubes we add, or DSOs we add. Okay, but mostly in multi-provider we always provide cubes only, not DSOs, because cube provides faster database fetch performance. And in cubes, we have one concept called navigational attribute. Okay. In old systems, which is not on HANA, like we thought before composite provider came into picture, for example, you have one material master data. Okay, material master data. And in this material master data, you created one new attribute called product group. Okay, and user is asking to bring this product group information into reporting. Okay, into a report which is based upon this multi-provider. In this multi-provider, you have a material field and the user asking, I want product group into my reporting. So how you can give it? So what you need to do in the multi-provider, we need to enable the navigational attribute of this product group from material master data. Okay, how we can enable a navigational attribute in multi-provider? Okay, how we can enable a navigational attribute in a multi-provider? Let me see if I have any multi-provider here to explain that. Yeah, for example, like this one. Okay, if you want to enable any navigation attribute in a multi-provider, the prerequisite here is, first of all, it must be enabled in the underlying cubes. Okay, first you need to enable that navigation attribute in the underlying cube, then only you can enable it at a composite provider level. This is the prerequisite. It means whatever cubes we have, we need to edit all the cubes. Whenever we are editing the cube, there is a chance of deactivating transformation. We need to collect the transformation also if it is deactivated. And to enable that navigation attribute at multi-provider level, we need to edit this cube, and then finally multi-provider. All these you need to do it. So that is the case with the multi-provider. Whereas when it comes to composite provider, if the same requirement came, I no need to touch anything in my composite provider. For example, my composite provider was built on two cubes, cube 1 and cube 2. Or else two ADSOs. Okay. Then I no need to touch anything from my ADSOs. Simply go to composite provider, go to output tab, and then on the output tab we have an option to enable the navigation attribute. So this makes our life very easy. No need to touch anything from the underlying providers. Simply only changing at composite provider level is fulfilling our requirement. This is one of the extra benefit what we are getting from the composite provider. And second thing is when talking about field-based modeling. So composite provider is helping us to create a field-based modeling very using field-based modeling, we can build the data flows very faster. Okay, because in earlier systems we need to create info objects for each and every field from the DSO, and then only we can create DSO. But by using field-based modeling in the Hana, in the latest Hana, we can create ADS was also field-based, and then we can add this into CP, and at CP level we can enable master data for whichever fields we need master data. For example, if you have a Magner field in your composite provider and you have zero material info object in your BW system, at a CP level you can map this material info object to your Magner field and bring all the master data from this field. Okay, so this is the second benefit what you are getting from the composite provider, which is not available in your multi-provider level. Okay, and third, what next? In composite provider, we can use both the union and join. So when coming to this usage of union and join, there is a restriction. Okay, if your composite provider only contains unions, then there is no problem. You can keep on adding one after another union operations. But if you want to use both union and join combinedly in your composite provider, then there is a sequence you must follow. First perform union and later perform join, because whenever you do join at CP level, automatically the top node will be converted to join node. So if possible, I will try to show it on the system. Let's take any one composite provider scenario. Okay, for example, let's say like JDS cube, right? Okay, this is my composite provider. Okay, here I have cube. Now if I perform, you see, when I having one cube and if I'm trying to add one more, if I want to add one more as a union condition, I need to go for this one. Okay, I'm clicking here. I am adding GSA underscore cube. Same thing I'm trying to add one more time. Let's see if it will take or not. Okay, you see, if I add anything in union says, then I will get one after another like this, and there is no issue with the top node. But if I try to add one join here, I'm trying to give same name because I'm not completing it completely. You see, whenever I did performed join, you see, top node change it to join and all the union coming below to it. Now, so it means first you need to perform. So when the data extraction happens from this composite provider, from the bottom it will start. So first union performs and later join performs. Okay, and you see, if I click on the top node now, there is no union property at all. I lost that it. Only further I can do only for joins. I cannot perform any union. If you want to perform union, it can be done only at this level. Okay, this is also one important question. If you want to perform both join and union in a composite provider, first preference is to union and later you need to perform the join. After join union, not possible. Okay, this is also one of the important point in your interviews. So I think these three are more than enough, and the remaining, and simply to explain about master data. So you see, if it is a field based info object at the output side, you can enable like this, you can enable info objects for each field, and from there you can bring the navigation attributes of master data. Okay, material is for example, here I need to assign to one info object, and here I need to give 0 material if it is available. It is not available. G available. Okay, and right click, then navigation. It is not there, that's why it is not coming, but in this way we need to do. Okay, no need to touch anything at DS4 ADM below layers, only at CP level. By assigning one info object and going to navigation attributes, you can bring the whatever navigation attribute you need. Okay, so these are all the important points which we can cover at a composite provider level in the interviews. Okay, I'm stopping this recording. And one more last point to cover before stopping is In the general section, there is an option, okay, external SAP HANA view, okay. So this is also one important point, and you see this composite provider can be added to another composite provider, this checkbox, okay. So these two are also, if if it is check marked, then only you can use this composite provider in any other, or else you cannot use, okay. And you see, I don't have option at all to do this enabling, okay. Now let's go to another composite provider which I opened. If I go to general section here, you see it is enabled. So important point to cover here is, in your composite provider, if it is a union based composite provider, this option is enabled. For example, I am adding one join here. Let's take another one, not this one. Let's take another. What is this name? ZSA underscore cube, right? Yeah. I will try to add here ZSA underscore cube. This one, okay. Now go to general section. You see, whenever I am using join in a composite provider, then I cannot use this composite provider further in any other composite provider. Only union based composite providers can be added as a provider in further composite provider, like adding one composite provider in another composite provider. It is possible only when your composite provider contains union. If it is joined, then you cannot use further. Okay, na? And enabling SAP external HANA view is one important property that you need to know. In order to consume this composite provider in your native HANA modeling, we enable this checkbox so that you can consume it in your native HANA modeling. That's it. That's all to cover about composite provider. I'm stopping recording.